Hi, Mr. Spaceman. This is your transfer budget for the next year.
Oh yes, I can sign so many players. I'm thinking Timon, I'm thinking Butland, I'm thinking Braithwaite. Who else? Messi? Not too much, mate. Hey boss, I want a new contract. Would you go promoted, please?
I'd like a contract too, sir. I played really well. Sir!
Please, sir. I can't afford to buy a new Ferrari. Money!
I think it's important I get contract. I leave otherwise.
Me, boss, me, boss, yes, contract. I want money.
Me, boss, me, please,
boss,
money,
yes,
money,
contract.
money.
I want money. Guys, what is going on? Why? I have no money now. Why?
Hello folks, welcome back to the 4th season of Wandering Back to Europe. And look at this monstrosity, just look at this monstrosity. This is, you know why, it's because we've spent 30 million on our transfers. Because as I've shown you in the previous episode, we have done 2 transfers. You know, 2 big $50 million transfers, well, pounds. And this was expected, this was part of the budget, so hopefully the board knows what they're doing and it's not going to be like, well, cool, we're done now, thanks. So, as you've seen in the little intro, I completely forgot in my personal budgeting that when you start giving contracts to your players, or when you start getting players from a different team with bigger contracts, your own players want bigger contracts. So before we show you any transfers, that'll be a hint because you'll see some players. Yeah, so they're starting to get crazy a little bit. So Gujman wanted a bigger contract, Politic, Matthews wanted a bigger one, Spillane wanted, Emmanuel wanted, Brian. So they all wanted at least a 10k plus contract. And it all started with this man, who have actually loaned out, Joseph Simonovic. Mistake on my part. I should not have done that because he's not the best player, but hey, I hope that I can sell him on later. That's why I let him out on loan, because I had a lot of transfers to do. And I wanted to strengthen my team, and strengthen I did, 32.5 million. So I guess let's go from the bottom, from the top. So first transfers were the free transfers. So we had, a bunch of players that I've shown you. We actually also signed Ben Woodburn. So this is the guy from Liverpool. And he is a weird one. Sometimes he does really good and not really good. He becomes a good level player. And sometimes he just goes completely under the radar. I think he's a good player. Good dribbling, good finishing, good decent crossing, good first touch, good technique. So I feel like for a player who can play on the left and up front, I think it'll be perfect. Maybe a bit more stamina, but it's fine. We have other players in that position. Mohamed Salah Ibrahim joined again. And he's had a pretty good preseason. So I am happy. And hopefully I'll let him play a bit more. We also signed Lucas Bergstrom. I don't think you saw. He's just a backup goalkeeper. We need those, so we've let go of a bunch of players, which I'll tell you. Braithwaite and Timon. And now we'll do it the other way. Because there's a camera here, that's why I flip it. So Remedy, Jack Butland. So remember how I said I need a backup goalkeeper? Yep, I went crazy and I bought Butland. So he was good for me in FIFA. Therefore, he's going to be good for me in Football Manager. And he hasn't played in the Premier League for a few years now. But if you compare him to Matthews, he is much better. So I maybe shouldn't have given him an extra contract. But hey, they can fight it out. I can have a cup goalkeeper and I can have a non-cup goalkeeper. But I think Butland will be my number one. Who else do we have? We also have, like I mentioned last time, Dirk Huer, a Dutch goalkeeper. I found him at Lokeren. They make some good players. And I was like, hey, you know what? He has decent potential. Good backup at some point. Maybe we can do something with him. Cardoso, this guy was thrown up to me by a scout. And I was like, 16 finishing, 14 dribbling. Yes, I'm signing in. I don't care about this. And he could do good. I think if he stays in around the team, he'll definitely become good. Now, for the outs. The outs have been a bit more insane. I've sold James Butterworth for 825k. With, I think, a 35% profit. Not even profit, 35% of the next sale. I thought he was decent-ish, but look at what my scouts think of him. And for some money, we needed to raise some money at the end. I thought it was fine. Chabrol, I've introduced you in the last episode. I got him on a free, and then I sold him with the same thing with like 30%, transfer fee is for us. So I'll be like, yeah, it's fine. Mamas. I think I've shown you before, but he came in on a free from Napoli, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I just loaned him for some cash, and then I just sold him. 500k against some profit of that. We'll get it. Now we started kind of selling the bit of the youngsters that like could have been good, but probably will not. So I sold Herford Lockett. And I was like, well, he played well in Yeovil, but I mean, Sky League Bet 2, he played 9 games, and I'm in the Premier League now. So I don't know what to do with that. Regan Riley, again, he seemed to be decent. My scouts rated him. But I was like, I have a lot of midfielders, and he's not going to play much. Saddest of all, I think, is Matthew Alexander, but it looks like he was never going to become anything. So he didn't play much in my first few years. He played pretty well for League 2, but I don't know. Now he's going to play for Millwall, hopefully become something. And then some big loans. Zuma went on I guess, all his wages paid and £100 a week. £100,000 a week, which was good. Get some cash. Sonny Graham, experience in cash. Eddie Brown, also experience in cash. And Pablo Moreno, experience in cash. And the rest are just youngsters who need some experience. So this is already quite a long video. I have taken quite a lot of time to do this. We're ready for our first game. Might actually cover some more stuff next time. So I might do one at the end of the transfer window. But hey, I think our team is pretty well set out. We might need to get rid of some more players, but apart from that, I think we're good. We're in a good position. We've done great stuff. So I think we're ready. Butland, Timon, Branthwaite, Chalaba, Emmanuel, Lewis and Gilmore. Maybe not Lewis. Maybe Remedy. Remedy's been playing well. Remedy and Gilmore. Where is Gudrun? Gudrun's injured, that's why. Blanco on the left. Maybe. Where is Woodburn? Oh, I see, that's why. Vera in the middle, Spillane on the right, and Campagna up front. Yeah, that seems like a pretty much settled, I guess. I want to say 11 from last year with, I guess, some pretty good players in there. So hopefully that will do us good. Mohammed's going to get a number, 32, sure. I like that number. Sounds like a good number. We're ready to take on Fulham. I think they were there last year, and these guys kept trying to sign Gudjman over and over again. I was like, you know what? No. So I gave him a big contract, 30k a week. I mean, I have no money. I had no money for transfers. That's the issue. They all wanted money, and instead of strengthening my team more, I had to make sure I didn't lose some players. Which, to be fair, I should have been more like, no, you know what? I'm going to sell you some players. Because I think Politic and Darcy, I could have sold on for some cash. But I was just like, they've been with me for a while now, and I just don't want them. I'll miss them, So I think that's the problem with me. I'm afraid to be a selling club, and I'm glad that I'm not in so much debt. And I think that's down to just the fact that I don't spend money. Yep, whatever. We're ready to play. So our first game in the Premier League, we are ready, I think, as we can be. Hopefully we can start as well as last time, but I'm not expecting anything much. Timon, Gilmore with the ball. Emmanuel, good interplay. Emmanuel takes a first shot, and woo, that would have been a first great goal in the Premier League for Bolton. That's okay. So we're not afraid. We're instantly not afraid. That's good. Emmanuel again. Blanco, Remedy, Gilmore, Remedy again. Gilmore again. Plays it all the way to the left. Timon, bad cross. Is he going to recover? No, he's not. Ferguson. Galeno, we are pressing them, but hopefully we'll not let them get out too quickly from our press. Blanco. Campagna. Is he going to finish? Oh, you cheeky man. To Spillane all the way across. Man, that was a FIFA goal. That was a sweaty FIFA goal. Ho 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 ho. And we have announced ourselves. Remedy. Blanco. Good through ball. Campagna was like, I'm going to finish. Nah, mate. Across to Spillane. And Spillane scores. Did he actually play for the... Yeah. So in this, I guess, time you haven't seen us, he's actually played for the Irish national team. And is he a good player? Hell yeah. He is a great player. I have no idea how I found him. He spawned in the club, and I was like, I'll take it. I think Bolton has really good youth facilities, which I'm not surprised. I think Greater Manchester is a pretty good hotbed for talent. And a lot of players, they don't mind going to... That's the thing I love about English football. Like in Russia, you have Galeno taking a free kick. Clear. Spillane brings it out. But in Russia, like if you want to succeed ever as a player, Campagna, you pretty much have to go into the big city. So like you could be in a completely different side of the country, and if you don't live in Moscow or if you don't live in St. Petersburg, you will never make it. But here, you don't have to move to Manchester to become a great player. No, you can just like, hey, you know what? I can play for Bolton. I can play for whatever Rochdale. I can play for just any small team, and then you'll get noticed, and then you might become something good. Like, because I'm pretty sure, actually, I'm not gonna assume, because I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Foden, but I'm pretty sure they found him straight away. But it's like, you don't have to, I guess, from 8 years old, go to like the Spartaks. Campania, unlucky. Walk Peters clears it because we were pressing, and we're pressing well. I got carried away. We were playing some beautiful football. Campania, great finish, and Johnstone staves as well. But yeah, it's like it's pretty cool that. So all this talk was about how awesome Spillane was, and I'm really grateful that I ticked the box where it's like, oh, players get Butland concedes from a great header from Galeno, and Joe Bryan. Hey, I know that guy. That guy played for my Barnet save in the previous one, like the very first series I did in this channel. Remedy takes a corner, and we cannot retaliate, but Campania hits the crossbar. But yeah, I'm really, really, really happy that I clicked that button that says, oh, add players to playable teams, because we got Spillane. And sometimes it could be good, sometimes you can get good players, and sometimes it's just like, oh, okay, cool, who, you just wanted to populate my youth teams, and you got kind of crap players. I thought he wasn't going to be as good, but he was quick. So I was like, you can have a chance, and I was lucky. Ooh, Alexander Mitrovic, who's still playing for them after a while, and great start turns into a bad start, and we are now 2-1 down. It's time for us to get creative. No more, man. We're playing with the big boys now. We no longer have the chance to make mistakes because we're gonna get punished, and that's how we get relegated. Because Fulham, our team, I would like to think that we're gonna be fighting with them to go down. I am not sure. Let's actually take a look and see how they were doing. I mean, they were roundabout there. So, yeah, we should be at least trying to beat these teams, because if we can't beat Fulham and we're going to play against the big boys and then we lose that as well, we will get relegated. And now that our finances have ballooned this much, Blanco, what the hell was that? Now that our finances have ballooned so much, getting relegated could be the worst thing to happen to us. But at the same time, we have some good players, so we can sell them. Right, Igor Vera didn't start well. Darcy's going to come on. Blanco. Ibrahim's going to make a debut, I think. I like him. Who else has been having a bad game? No, that's pretty much it. I'm happy with that. We're going to get creative again. We might go a bit more attacking. They're overwhelmed. Why are they overwhelmed? I told them to get creative. Branthwaite? Spillane blows back his player, takes a shot, and he should not have taken a shot. He's more of a man. He needs to step it up. We need to step it up. 2-1 against Fulham. Disappointing. I know that a lot of these players are trying to gel, but at the same time, man, there was only, I guess, Butland and Butland, Braithwaite. I mean, it is kind of a lot of players. Let's see. Remedy is new. Timon is new. Braithwaite and Butland. I mean, yeah, they should demand more. It's gotta be demand more at this rate. Oh, they're not happy. I think they just realized that we're not good. Okay, and that's a bit of a slap in the face, really. I was getting excited. Yeah, so the first game ends 2-1. I have no idea what we're gonna do from now on. I have another month to make transfers, but I'll show you how much money I have, and it's probably nothing. We have no money whatsoever. Unless we sign some big boys like Gujman and stuff like that, I am not honestly too sure what we're going to do. We have currently 289k in transfer budget and 21,000 per week. So that's not a, I guess, great player that we can do. So we need to get our, we need to get our shit together, really. So I'm thinking we're gonna play. Ooh, I don't want to play United. I'm scared. I'm kind of scared of these games, really. Actually, you know what? Let's take on United. It'll be a cool televised game, and I'm gonna televise it for you because that's how it works. We can update you on the stuff we did and the transfers, and I guess the plans for the future. And at least this way, by playing those few games, I can kind of realize and build a structure of what the hell am I gonna do in these videos. But yeah, thanks for watching. We have changed our squad a bit. I mean, maybe they just need to gel a little bit, but who knows. Right, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.